Thank you once again for joining me on this never-ending journey. Not a quest, not a search, the never-ending journey, which is tied into what I've described as our purpose in life, our message in life, our individual voices here on this stage called Earth and Life. I'm trying to get to the point where I can open up what I'm understanding, not of what's in the world, what's in me, and as I'm coming to understand what we all share at our core, not on the margins where someone's taller, faster, smarter than the other ones. It's not about that. I'm trying to focus on these discussions under the 820 Enterprise banner, all tied into that one word called resilience. So these episodes are intended to provide you with 500 seconds of resilience, 8 minutes and 20 seconds of your daily resilience to apply on your daily journey. So today, I'm gonna get to the topic in a second, but if you look back at the previous episodes when I first started these podcasts, I tended to focus on, not because by nature and by training, I'm an engineer, a process analyst by trade. Maybe just the way that maybe I was trained in the Army, but even beyond that, I want to make sure I understand the definition for what we're doing, not just because the definition, the why. Now, of course, the why is never going to be shared with, if you are a lowly lieutenant or captain in the Army, you don't get a chance to ask the why of your superior, why we're going to take that hill or take down that enemy. So it usually comes down to the what and the execution. But somewhere in there, I started to use that approach, not questioning the mission, but really, is there another way to do it? If I'm going to lead this mission, can I do it this way, still accomplish the mission given on the proper terminology and circumstances and terms and conditions? But what I was saying was I tended to call into question how we use words as throwaways, giveaway words without any definition, like friend and beauty, even resilience, leadership, courage, vanity, ego, fear, courage, humility, confidence, and love. Now, if you recall, go back a few months ago, I'm still battling and working with the lessons I got from my dear son, Karan, and my dear friend, Larry, about the meaning of love. And the one lesson that my son gave me, he's on one side of the spectrum, which probably the correct side, that he had to bring me across that chasm from where I was on the other side of the spectrum, concerning love. And his thing was, his wide, vast, otherworldly intelligence told me to love, no, you have to love everyone. And I was on the other side of the spectrum saying, no, I don't love everyone. In fact, I love very few and really none when it comes down to it compared to what he was telling me. And that included myself, which that was an eye-opening testimony and lesson for me to learn. Love everyone is much better than what I was doing for the past 6 decades. So that was the main effort that I had to put into play to understand that and to relinquish my grandstanding on my side of that spectrum about, yeah, I love when I need to or when I want to, but very rarely did I do that properly. And on top of that, even feeling recognized, not just what is the love, it is what it means. Not where it is, what it means. Not a thing you get when you get that touch or that gift or that kiss or that embrace from somebody that you know or don't know. It's beyond that. It's way before that. And it's way before the conception of me by my mother, my father, before that, during this time I'm still here, and after me. That love remains, that constant, and it is beyond what I emphasize as the heart, the heartbeat, our core essence that we have separately yet collectively. That love is what brought us all here. And that is a very long preamble to this topic today, which is for me to start saying this. For me to say, I remain with you in love. I remain with you in love. Not, I am in love with you. I hope you can discern the difference in that statement. Now, maybe it's just me trying to learn and understand and embrace to myself, for myself, and then to you, what that really means. Remaining with you in love. Remember I said a few moments ago, if you can accept what I have come to accept as not just the foundation, the base of who we are, the core of who we are, how we got here. Even before we got here, that was already the continuum. That was the substrate, if you can be scientific about it, of what we are all together and yet separately. Yet that continuum continues. Yes, we can ignore it, we can jump out of it, or think we're jumping out of it, but you really cannot avoid it. As I said in other episodes, that sound, that call for love, that sound of love, that spirit, power, force that brought us here, pushes us through, and to our destiny. That's always going to be there. Now, if you're like me, I was guilty of ignoring that, putting it to the side, or thinking I could defer the recognition, the appreciation of that core essence for many years, thinking I had the power to withhold it, hold it back to myself until I found someone worthy of it, including myself, which I never did. It took two men to teach me that. That's why I'm sharing with you in these podcasts. So, and it was a very long preamble to getting to the theme of this episode, but it is just that. I hope you can consider that perspective. When I meet someone I don't know, or might be an adverse entity, maybe enemy, or just a stranger, I can still, with someone I know or don't know, I can still remain in that moment with you in love. Thank you for considering that. Thanks for joining me again. Stay in touch, stay current, stay present, stay productive, because it's always 8:20.